What is action? The Sanskrit term for it is karma. But then karma also means the sum result of all our actions. Everything that we do, the good, the bad, everything has to come back to us, one way or the other. Law of karma is basically an impersonal law, and it is the balancing law. So everything that I put out has to be balanced in this lifetime or in some other lifetime. But it has to be balanced. Till the balance happens, we keep coming back. Even the good actions that we perform, be it of kindness, generosity, we still have to, it has to come back. It has to be balanced. Yogananda said, chain made even of gold binds. So what to do? Should we then be inactive, not do anything at all? Will that help? Because whatever I'm putting out has to come back to me. So what do I do? Master said, or Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, that even the act of breathing is an action. Till you live on this planet, and only if you are a yogi in samadhi, thus breathless, even by the act of breathing, you are performing an action. Every breath you take has an impact on this universe, however subtle. So that's not an option open for us. In Bhagavad Gita, Arjun tells Krishna to take the chariot right in the middle of the two armies. He says, I want to see what we are against. What are we fighting against? Once he looks at the opposite army, he starts lamenting. He says, how can I fight them, Krishna? Look at them. They're all my cousins, my relatives, my grandfather, my teacher. How can I kill them? It's better they kill me. I can't fight this battle. He puts his bow and arrow and he says, I can't fight this battle. It's impossible. That's when Krishna tells him. All of us who grew up in the 1980s we watched Mahabharata, and there was a signature tune, I think all of us know it. It says, Karmanye vadhikaraste, ma phaleshu kadachana. That's how it starts. What is he trying to tell Arjuna through this? He says, your only right is to perform your duty. You have no right over the fruits of your action. Do not consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your own actions. And do not be attached to inactivity. In short, he says, do nishkam karma. Do not expect or look forward to the fruits of your action. There is this beautiful story of Krishna with his gopis. One day Krishna feigns headache and he tells me, one of you step on my forehead. Unless and until you do that, I will not be relieved of this pain. The gopis say, how can we do that? That's not possible. You can't step on Krishna's forehead. That's when Radha comes. When she hears what Krishna wants, she immediately steps forward. The gopis stop her. Oh, what are you doing? You will incur sin if you step on Krishna's forehead. She says, if my doing this can relieve my Lord of his headache, I am ready to go to hell. It's okay. This is what Krishna wanted to hear. Immediately he gets up. Further in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna tells Arjuna that if you shirk your dharma, Arjuna, you will not only lose your reputation, but you will incur sin. So what was Arjuna's dharma? He was a Kshatriya. And what was the Kshatriya dharma? Was to fight that righteous battle. So Krishna says that if you shirk your dharma, it's okay. Even if you were to die fighting this battle, but you shirk it, you will incur sin. What is dharma now? All this while we were talking karma, now we're into dharma. Swami Kriyananda very beautifully differentiated between the two. He said karma is action, any action, good or bad. Dharma is right action. And dharma, it's very important for us to understand that dharma for each one of us is uniquely ours. There is one common dharma for everyone: love everyone, live peacefully, live in joy, do not hurt anyone, follow the yama and niyama, especially for those who are on the spiritual path, but generally for everyone. These are general dharma. And then there are dharmas that are uniquely ours, even in our outward activities and inwardly. That's just right for us. When we are doing our outward activity of a householder, of a student, of a professional, what we need to do is perform our job to the best of our ability without getting too involved egoistically. And especially on the spiritual path, we need to be careful. Swamiji says that it's very important to watch your attitude, to watch what consciousness are you working with. Yogananda once told Swamiji that you must develop humility. Swamiji started practicing being humble. He was practicing for some time, and then he says, till one day, I woke up feeling proud of myself for my humility. It's very important to watch ourselves. As devotees, keep watching how, when I serve, how am I serving? What is the attitude? I am serving the path, or I am teaching all the teachings. What is the attitude? What is the consciousness with which we are doing these activities? And especially, when we go out there on the streets, there is a tendency sometimes to feel so superior because, I'm following a spiritual path, and what is this man on the road? Doesn't know anything. They don't know how to do Hong Saw, how to energize. There is a tendency. So it's very necessary to keep watching all this. So let's revisit that story that Vinita just read from the Bible of Martha and Mary. Why did Jesus scold her? After all, Martha was running around doing all the work and Mary was just sitting there at his feet, doing nothing. Why did he scold her? And why did he say that what she has shall not be taken away from her? What does she have? What does Mary have? What she had was, she was constantly remembering Jesus. She was conscious of the fact that she was sitting in front of the Lord. And here was Martha running about, feelings, oh, nobody is helping me. I'm doing everything. So restless. She was serving the Lord, but was her mind on Him? Throughout, she was thinking about herself. She was totally out of tune. And that's why Jesus said, what Mary has shall not be taken away from her. And that's the reason she was scolded. Swami Kriyananda further said that dharma is right action, but most importantly, dharma is that action that takes us to self-realization. That helps us in finding God. And we have the lower dharma and higher dharma, even the worldly activities that we do. Everything that we do, what do we choose is very important. At any moment, if there are any conflicting activities, what we choose is the one that will take us closer to God. Anything that takes us away is not dharma. So how do I know what is my dharma, what is the right action in any circumstance? Swami says, keep asking, keep calling out to God. There is this prayer that Yogananda has given. I will reason, I will act, but thou, guide thou my reason, will and activity to the right thing I should do in everything. That should be the constant prayer. The chant that we did today. How shall I love thee, Lord, in everything you tell me? How should I love? How should I seek? How should I serve you? How should I worship you? Tell me. That should be the constant prayer. And Swamiji says it's very easy if you have a guru to find what is your dharma. And one of the very good ways to do it is in your meditation. Whenever you have a question, the spiritual eye is the transmitting station. Ask the question, meditate deeply, and receive it in your heart center, because that is the receiving center. Lord replies, some guru replies. Wait for the answer, and then act on when you receive the answer. Sometimes we might perceive the answer wrongly or not right, but Swamiji says act, even then act. The most beautiful way to know whether we have acted well or not is just see the feeling of the heart. If it is restless, then something is not right. That's not a divinely guided act. Whenever we act according to how the divine has answered or the masters have answered, there is always an inner peace, a feeling of calmness in the heart center. Swamiji said he had always made inner peace the bottom line of anything he did. Any action, even big projects that he took, if he didn't feel that inner peace, he would drop the project, however important it was. So that's a good starting point for each one of us. And he said that finding God is the most important action that all of us can do. Anything else starts from there, even serving others. Once you have found God, everything else is just an extension of serving God. Master said that the secret of right action is offering everything up to Him, up to God. The action itself, the fruits of the actions, even in your meditation, don't expect anything in that meditation. Whatever comes, offer it up to God. Morning when you wake up, ask God, ask your master, what do you want done through me today? At the end of the day, before you retire, before you fall asleep, light a mental divine fire at your spiritual eye and offer everything there. All attachments that you might have developed during the day, all actions, good, bad, all the results, everything, and tell God, I tried my best today. Now offer it all up to you. Even the mistakes, Master said, offer it up to Him. God likes that. How can I offer mistakes? No, He likes it. There was this disciple of Master. He had done something wrong, and then he went up to Master and said, will you ever forgive me, Master? And Master said, what else can I do? That God and Masters give unconditional love. It's us who hold things back because of our ego. So that's the secret. Offer it all up. Again, there is a very beautiful story of Krishna. So Krishna, gopis, they love Krishna, and Krishna loves butter. So they got all the butter and they wanted to go and give it to Krishna. But that particular day, Krishna was relaxing on the other side of the river, and the river was flowing at full speed and the girls couldn't cross over. They saw there's this man sitting there at this end of the bank of the river. They go up to him and tell him, help us to cross the river. He says, I will, but what do you have with you? And they tell that we got butter for Krishna. He says, I will help you if you give some of it to me. They are not very happy, but then they need to cross, so they give it. And he starts having. And then he keeps having. He has his fill and there's hardly anything left. The girls are fuming. And then once he's done, he's very happy. He gets up and goes to Yamuna and says, Yamuna, if I haven't eaten anything, part. And the girls are like, yeah, not eaten anything, but Yamuna actually parts. And they are able to cross. They are wondering, but they are fine. I mean, they're still not registered what just happened. They go to the other side, and Krishna was relaxing, he was sleeping. When they reach there, he says, oh my God, I'm so full today. They said, but we got butter for you. He said, but I eaten enough butter. That guy on the other bank, he fed me everything. I'm full, I can't have any more. And that's when they realize what just happened. That man ate. He was Ved Vyas. But he was not eating for himself. Whatever he was having, he was offering up to Krishna. Everything went up to him. That is how we have to live in this world. Offer everything. What actions, good, bad, everything, give it up to him. And whoever lives being in tune like this, joyfully working, doing actions to please God, finds that whatever be the obstacles, things work out. Work out well because you have the divine power with you. He gives us the energy. He gives us the power. And Bhagavad Gita gives us a very good lesson in this. The main lesson that we got from Bhagavad Gita is what Krishna, he never fought the battle. Yet the very presence of Krishna with the Pandavas ensured their victory. And at the end of Mahabharata, when the Kauravas were killed, all of them dead, Gandhari, their mother, said, Yato Krishna, tato dharma. Yato dharma, tato jaya. Where there is Krishna, there is dharma. Right action. He ensures that. And where there is dharma, there is victory. And for us, on the spiritual path, what is the victory? What's the final, ultimate victory? To merge back in the Lord. To become one with Him. There can't be anything better than that. So with this, and with the prayer in all our hearts of what Yogananda gave us, let's end today's